Hi, welcome back to Blog Fix Friday. Blog Fix Friday is where I share a quick blogging tip or trick that will hopefully help your blogging. This week I have a question sent in by Lizzie from First Tooth, and she asked me to explain what Klout Score is. And a Klout Score is a number between 1 and 100 that represents your social influence. So I'm going to lift up my Mac, hopefully, because I always think it's quite interesting to see what other people's Klout Scores are. So this is the Klout website, as you can see there, and so let's see who's got the. So we'll just explain who's got high Klout Scores, and then I'll explain how they get them. So see that Barack Obama has 99. Okay, so remember this is a number between 1 and 100 that represents your influence. So the higher number, the biggest Klout Score, the more influential you are on social media. So Barack Obama has an active Twitter and Facebook profiles. He's also the most important Wikipedia page online, and that is Wikipedia page really helps your Klout Score, but you can't set your own up. So there you go. Justin Bieber, let's have a look at what Justin's is. Justin Bieber there, 92 Klout Score. Okay, so I have an 80 Klout Score, which Zoe Deschanel has 86. Me and my friends laugh and say one day I'm going to have a bigger Klout Score than Beyonce. I don't actually know what Beyonce is. I think she's 90. Anyway, so what they do is they measure the influence in the ability to drive action, is what it says on their website. So you share something on social media and how people respond to that action, so or that share. So what it does is the Klout Score measures a load of different profiles. So it's actually a really good profile to have. It's a really good number, because if you do a load on Twitter, not as much on Facebook, you will get a bigger piece of pie on Twitter. So let me show you, if I can, the chart here. So if you can see, just at the up here is my Klout Score and how it's divided up for me, but you can see the pieces of pie there. So looking at mine, I have 32% of my Klout Score is made up by Twitter, 26% is made up by Instagram, 21% by Facebook. So you can add in whichever you want to add in, whichever platforms you want to add in. So you can add in LinkedIn, you can add in YouTube, Klout, Twitter, all the normal ones. And what it does is it starts ticking away straight away and measures all the interactions you have. So it measures how many tweets you send out, how many you get interacted with, what the interaction is, are they likes or retweets, and it puts them all in a big pot and gives you this one score out of 100. And it will fluctuate, and sometimes it fluctuates and you think, I haven't done anything, I don't know why it's fluctuated, which is what I get at the moment, because for months mine's been at 80. It used to always drop to 75 over the weekend and then go back to 80 by Tuesday, and then for about 2 months it stayed at 80 all the way around the week, but last week it dropped to 75 again over the weekend, so I didn't do anything different, so something must have happened somewhere. So it's, again, as I said in a previous video about Moz rank, your Klout Score will fluctuate depending on what activity is going on at the time. So your Klout Score is made up of all the different networks that you choose to add in. So if you are not really performing that much on one platform, then don't add it in, because I added in Google Plus, and I don't really do anything on Google Plus, so it's kind of like measuring it as a network I should be active on, but I wasn't really active on. So my recommendation would be for your Klout Score is to, if you're just literally on a platform to save your space in it, if you like, just don't add it in. You can always then add it in later and take it away and see what effect it has, but I haven't got LinkedIn connected, and I just noticed there my Google, I've got no percent, so I must have added that back in. So what I'll do is I'll take that back out and see what happens, because I don't do anything on it, so it's not really measuring anything. So that is what your Klout score is. Now, your Klout score is, as I said, it's quite a good indication. It really measures lots of different things. It might not be immediate. It might be if you have a really big social sharing thing, something that gets shared a lot, it might be a couple of days later that it'll show up, or even later. I'm not sure what the lead in time is, but it's really worth trying to improve your Klout score. Video. It's harder to improve when you get higher up. So it's easier to improve your Klout score from 30 to 40 than it is from 80 to 90, for example, which is why I never move above 80. If I did, then I'd probably die. And what is your Klout score used for? So I think, although a PA is never, a PR has never asked me what my Klout score is, it's in my sidebar, and it is a really good Klout score. So I think it kind of makes people realise that you have got an influence. And where that influence ranks. So what is your Klout score used for? It is the only thing they measure and they take into account when they are doing the parent blogger leaderboard. So that's solely based on your Klout score, but remember, your Klout score is measuring all of your influence, so it's actually a really good metric to use. It's also part of the metrics for the TOTS rankings. So they measure lots of other things, but they also include your Klout score. And it is just that signal of where you kind of are to other people, so to brands. It might not be a question that's on many forms, what's your Klout score, but people will see it and they will take notice of it. So I have actually written a post about how to improve your Klout score, and I'll pop that in the usual place and hope that helps too. In the meantime, if you have anything else that you want to ask me, that you want me to cover in Blog Fix Friday, please let me know, because it's always good to get your questions. And otherwise, thanks a lot for joining me, and that's been Blog Fix Friday. Bye!